ஜெய் ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி. அனைவருக்கும் காலை வணக்கம். நாம் அனைவரும் நமது இரு கைகளையும் அன்னையை நோக்கி வைத்தவாறு சில நொடிகள் அன்னையை பார்ப்போம். நமக்குள் இருக்கும் அனைத்து விதமான மனித குணங்களை முழுமையாக அன்னையிடம் சமர்ப்பித்துவிட்டு நமது ஆத்மாவின் நிலைப்பாட்டை நமக்கு உணர வைப்பதற்கும் நமது தியானத்தின் மூலமாக நமக்கு தெரிகின்ற அந்த நுண்ணதிர்வுகளின் நிலை எவ்வாறு இருக்கிறது என்பதையும் நமக்குள் இருக்கும் அந்த சக்கரங்களின் பிடிப்புகள் பற்றிய தெளிவுகளும் அவற்றை சுத்திகரிக்க செய்யும் முறைகளை பற்றிய அந்த அறிவையும் அன்னை அவர்களே நமக்கு முழுமையாக உணர்த்துபவராவார். நாம் அன்னையிடம் அனைத்தையும் முழுமையாக அன்னையிடம் சமர்ப்பித்துவிட்டு அன்னை அவர்களே நமக்கான தூய அறிவையும் தூய்மையான கவனத்தையும் தந்தருளுமாறும் இன்றைய தியானத்தை அன்னை அவர்களே வழிநடத்தி சென்று நமக்கான தியானத்தில் எண்ணங்களற்ற அந்த நிலைப்பாட்டை ஆனந்தத்தை உணர செய்ய வேண்டும் என்று பிரார்த்தனை செய்து அன்னையை நமஸ்கரித்து குண்டலினி எழுப்பி கூட்டாக பந்தமிட்டுக் கொள்ளலாம்.
जय श्री माता जी मैम।
ஜெய் ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி. நமது கவனத்தை நம்முடைய சகசிரார சக்கரத்தில் வைத்து 3 மகா மந்திரங்களையும் மற்றும் ஸ்ரீ கணேச மந்திரத்தையும் கூறலாம். நாம் இந்த மந்திரங்களை கூறும் பொழுது நமது கவனம் முழுமையாக நம்முடைய சகசிரார சக்கரத்தில் வைத்திருப்போம். நாம் இந்த 3 மகா மந்திரங்களை கூறும் பொழுதே நம்மளுடைய குண்டலினி தாய் மேல் எழும்புவார். அதை நன்றாக நம்மளால் உணர இயலும். கவனம் முழுமையாக நமக்குள் இருக்க வேண்டும்.
तीन महामंत्र। ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुण्डलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् स्वामिनी मोक्षप्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। श्री गणेश मंत्र। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री गणेश साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
மெதுவாக நமது இரு கைகளையும் பூமி தாயின் மீது வைத்து கவனத்தை 2 கைகளிலும் சகசிராரவிலும் வைத்திருப்போம். தாயே, தயவு செய்து எங்களின் பாதங்கள் தங்கள் மீது படுவதற்காக எங்களை மன்னிப்பீர்களாக. தாயே, தயவு செய்து எங்களுக்குள் இருக்கும் அனைத்து விதமான உபாதைகளையும் எதிர்மறை தீய சக்திகளையும் பூமி மார்க்கமாக ஈர்த்து கொள்ளுங்கள். தாயே, தயவு செய்து நாங்கள் எப்பொழுதும் சமநிலையில் இருப்பதற்கும் தயவு செய்து அருள் புரியுங்கள். மந்திரம். ஸ்ரீ ஆதி பூமி தேவி சாக்ஷாத். ஓம் त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री आदि भूमि देवी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवै नमो नमः. நமது கவனத்தை மெதுவாக நமது இடநாடிக்கு கொண்டு வரலாம். தாயே, தயவு செய்து எங்களின் இடநாடியை தூய்மைப்படுத்துங்கள். கவனம் மெதுவாக நமது இடது மூலாதார சக்கரத்தில் வைப்போம். மெதுவாக நமது இடது சுவாதிஷ்டானாவிற்கு கொண்டு வரலாம். நாம் அவ்வாறு கொண்டு வரும் பொழுது நமது கவனம் நமது இடது கை விரல் நுனியிலும் நமது அந்த இடது கையும் அந்த இடது சக்கரங்களை ஒட்டியே இருக்கிறது. அந்த இணைப்பிலும் நமது கவனத்தை வைக்கலாம். கவனம் மெதுவாக நமது இடது நாபி சக்கரம், இடது பவசாகரம், இடது ஹிருதய சக்கரம், இடது விஷுத்தி சக்கரம், இடது ஆக்ஞா சக்கரம், இடது சகசிரார சக்கரம், இப்பொழுது நமது முழுமையான இடா நாடியில் நமது கவனத்தை கொண்டு வரலாம். மந்திரம் ஸ்ரீ மகா காளி ஸ்ரீ பைரவநாத் சாக்ஷாத். ஓம் த்வமேவ சாக்ஷாத் ஸ்ரீ மகா காளி ஸ்ரீ பைரவநாத் சாக்ஷாத் ஸ்ரீ ஆதிசக்தி மாதாஜி ஸ்ரீ நிர்மலா தேவை நமோ நமக. நமது கவனத்தை இடா நாடியிலேயே வைத்து ஸ்ரீ கணேச அதர்வசீஷம் கூறலாம். ஓம் நமஸ்தே கணபதயே त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं तत्त्वमसि त्वमेव केवलं कर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं तर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं हर्तासि त्वमेव सर्वं कल्विदं ब्रह्मासि त्वं साक्षात् आत्मासि नित्यं हृदं वच्मि सत्यं वच्मि अव त्वं माम् अव वक्तारम् अव श्रोतारम् अव दातारम् अवादातारम् अवानुचानम् अवशिष्यम् अव पश्चादात् अव पुरस्तात् अवोदरादात् अव दक्षिणादात् अव शोर्वादात् अवादरादात् सर्वतो मां पाहि पाहि समं दात्. त्वं वाङ्मयस्त्वं चिन्मयः त्वम् आनन्दमयस्त्वं ब्रह्ममयः त्वं सच्चिदानन्दात् विधियोऽसि त्वं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वं ज्ञानमयो विज्ञानमयोऽसि सर्वं जगदिदं त्वतो जायते सर्वं जगदिदं त्वष्टिष्ठति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि लयमेष्यति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि प्रतीति त्वं भूमिरापो नलो निलो नभः त्वं चत्वारि वाग्पदानि त्वं गुणत्रयातीतः त्वं दीघत्रयातीतः त्वं कालत्रयातीतः त्वं मूलाधारस्थितियो असि नित्यं त्वं शक्तित्रयात्मकः त्वं योगिनो ध्यायन्ति नित्यं त्वं ब्रह्मास्त्वं विष्णुस्त्वं रुद्रस्त्वम् इन्द्रस्त्वम् अग्निस्त्वं वायुस्त्वं सूर्यास्त्वं चन्द्रमास्त्वं ब्रह्मपूर्भुवस्वरो गणादिं पूर्वमुच्चार्य वर्णादिं तदनन्तरम् अनुस्वारक परदरग अर्तेन्दुलक्षितं तारेण रुद्धं एतत्त्वमनुस्वरूपं कहारक पूर्वरूपम् आहारो मध्यमरूपम् अनुस्वार शान्तिरूपं बिन्दुरुद्ररूपं नादसन्धानं संहिता सन्धिः सैषा गणेशविद्या गणहर्षिः निश्रोद्गायत्री छन्दः गणपतिर्देवता ॐ गं गणपतिये नमः एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ति प्रचोदयात् एकदन्तं चतुर्हस्तं पाशमङ्कुशधारिणं प्रदंसवरदम् हस्तैर्बिभ्राणं मूषकध्वजं रक्तं लम्बोदरं शूर्पकर्णकं रक्तवाससं रक्तगन्धानुलिप्ताङ्गं रक्तपुष्पैः सुभूषितं भक्तानुकम्पिनं देवं जगत्कारणमच्युतं आविर्भूतं सृष्ट्यादौ प्रकृति पुरुषात् परम् एवं ध्यायधियो नित्यं स योगी योगिनां वरः नमो वराधपदये नमो गणपतये नमः ब्रह्मदपदये नमस्ते अस्तु लम्बोदराय एकदन्ताय विघ्ननाशिने शिवसुधाय श्रीवरदमूर्तये नमो नमः। साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। நமது கவனத்தை மெதுவாக நமது பிங்களா நாடிக்கு கொண்டு வரலாம். தாய், தயவு செய்து எங்களின் பிங்களா நாடியை தூய்மைப்படுத்துங்கள். நமது கவனம் மெதுவாக நமது வலது பக்கத்தின் மூலாதார சக்கரத்திற்கு கவனத்தை கொண்டு வரலாம். அதே நேரத்தில் நமது வலது கையின் வலது மூலாதார சக்கரத்திலும் அந்த கைகளில் இருக்கும் பகுதியிலும் நமது கவனத்தை கொண்டு வருவோம். கவனம் மெதுவாக நமது வலது சுவாதிஷ்டான சக்கரம், மெதுவாக வலது நாபி சக்கரம், மெதுவாக வலது பவசாகரம், மெதுவாக வலது ஹிருதய சக்கரம், மெதுவாக வலது விஷுதி சக்கரம், மெதுவாக வலது ஆக்ஞா சக்கரம், மெதுவாக வலது சகஸ்ரார சக்கரம், நமது கவனத்தை முழுமையாக இப்பொழுது வலது நாடியில் செலுத்தலாம். மந்திரம் ஸ்ரீ மகா சரஸ்வதி ஸ்ரீ ஹனுமானா சாக்ஷாத். ஓம் त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महा सरस्वती श्री हनुमाना साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः. கவனம் மெதுவாக நம்முடைய சுழுமுனை நாடிக்கு கொண்டு வரலாம். தாயே, தயவு செய்து எங்களின் சுழுமுனை நாடியை தூய்மைப்படுத்துங்கள். நமது கவனம் மெதுவாக நம்முடைய நடு மூலாதார சக்கரத்திற்கு கொண்டு வரலாம். மெதுவாக நமது கவனத்தை நம்முடைய நடு சுவாதிஷ்டான சக்கரத்திற்கு கொண்டு வரலாம். கவனம் மெதுவாக நம்முடைய நடு நாபி சக்கரத்திற்கு கொண்டு வரலாம். கவனத்தை அங்கேயே சில நிமிடம் நிலைநிறுத்துவோம்.
नमस्तेऽस्तु महामाये श्रीपीठे सुरपूजिते शङ्खचक्रगदाहस्ते महालक्ष्मी नमोऽस्तु ते। नमस्ते गरुडारूढे कोलासुरभयङ्करि सर्वपापहरे देवी महालक्ष्मी नमोऽस्तु ते। सर्वज्ञे सर्ववरदे सर्वदुष्टभयङ्करि सर्वदुःखहरे देवी महालक्ष्मी नमोऽस्तु ते। सिद्धिबुद्धिप्रदे देवी भुक्तिमुक्तिप्रदायिनी मन्त्रमूर्ते सदा देवी महालक्ष्मी नमोऽस्तु ते। आद्यन्तरहिते देवी आद्यशक्ति महेश्वरी योगजे योगसम्भूते महालक्ष्मी नमोऽस्तु ते। स्थूलसूक्ष्ममहारौद्रे महाशक्ति महोदरे महापापहरे देवी महालक्ष्मी नमोऽस्तु ते। पद्मासनस्थिते देवी परब्रह्मस्वरूपिणी परमेशि जगन्मातर्महालक्ष्मी नमोऽस्तु ते। श्वेताम्बरधरे देवी नानालङ्कारभूषिते जगत्स्थिते जगन्मातर्महालक्ष्मी नमोऽस्तु ते। महालक्ष्म्यष्टकं स्तोत्रं यः पठेत् भक्तिमान् नरः सर्वसिद्धिमवाप्नोति राज्यं प्राप्नोति सर्वदा। एककालं पठेन्नित्यं महापापविनाशनं द्विकालं यः पठेन्नित्यं धनधान्यसमन्वितः त्रिकालं यः पठेन्नित्यं महाशत्रुविनाशनं महालक्ष्मीर्भवेन्नित्यं प्रसन्ना वरदा शुभा। साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
நமது கவனத்தை மெதுவாக நம்முடைய நடு பவசாகரத்திற்கு கொண்டு வரலாம். கவனம் மெதுவாக நமது நடு ஹிருதய சக்கரம் தாயே, தாங்களே ஸ்ரீ துர்கா தேவி. எங்களுக்குள் இருக்கும் அனைத்து எதிர்மறைகளையும் அழிப்பவர் தாங்கள். தாங்களே எங்களுக்கான பாதுகாப்பை அளிப்பவர். தங்கள் அருளால் நாங்கள் பயமற்ற நிலையில் பாதுகாப்பு உணர்வுடன் இருக்கின்றோம். எங்களுக்குள் தைரியத்தையும் தன்னம்பிக்கையையும் தருபவர் தாங்களே. எங்களின் ஆன்மீக முன்னேற்றத்திற்கு தடைகளாக இருக்கும் அனைத்து தடைகளையும் வெல்லக்கூடிய சக்தியை தருபவரும் தாங்களே ஆவீரம்மா. நாங்கள் முழுமையாக தங்களிடத்தில் சரணடைகின்றோம். கவனம் மெதுவாக நமது விசுத்தி சக்கரம், மெதுவாக நம்முடைய ஹம்ச சக்கரம், மெதுவாக நமது கவனம் நம்முடைய நடு ஆக்ஞா சக்கரம், கவனம் மெதுவாக நம்முடைய நடு சகசிரார சக்கரம். நன்றாக கவனித்தீர்களானால் அன்னையின் அருளால் நமது சகசிரார சக்கரத்தில் நன்றாக அந்த குளிர்ந்த நுண் அதிர்வுகள் உணர முடிகிறது. நம்முடைய கவனம் முழுமையாக நம்முடைய நடு நாடியில் வைத்து ஸ்ரீ மகாலக்ஷ்மி ஸ்ரீ கணேசா சாக்ஷாத் மந்திரத்தை கூறுவோம். ஓம் த்வமேவ சாக்ஷாத் ஸ்ரீ மகாலக்ஷ்மி ஸ்ரீ கணேசா சாக்ஷாத் ஸ்ரீ ஆதிசக்தி மாதாஜி ஸ்ரீ நிர்மலா தேவை நமோ நமக. கவனத்தை மெதுவாக நமது சகசிரார சக்கரத்திலேயே நிலைநிறுத்தி நாம் இப்பொழுது அன்னையின் ஸ்ரீ அர்கலா ஸ்தோத்திரத்தை கேட்டு நமது தியானத்தில் அந்த ஆழமான நிலைப்பாட்டை உணரலாம்.
अथ श्री अर्गला स्तोत्रम्। ॐ श्री गणेशाय नमः। अस्य श्री अर्गला स्तोत्रस्य विष्णुर्षिः अनुष्टुप् छन्दः श्री महालक्ष्मीर्देवता श्री जगदम्बा प्रीत्यर्थे जपे विनियोगः। ॐ नमश्चण्डिकायै। ॐ मार्कण्डेय उवाच जयन्ती मङ्गला काली भद्रकाली कपालिनी दुर्गा क्षमा शिवा धात्री स्वाहा स्वधा नमोऽस्तु ते। मधुकैटभविद्रा विविधातृवरदे नमः। रूपं देहि जयं देहि यशो देहि द्विषो जहि। महिषासुरनिर्णाश विधातृवरदे नमः। रूपं देहि जयं देहि यशो देहि द्विषो जहि। रक्तबीजवधे देवि चण्डमुण्डविनाशिनि। रूपं देहि जयं देहि यशो देहि द्विषो जहि। शुम्भस्य च निशुम्भस्य धूम्राक्षस्य च मर्दिनि रूपं देहि जयं देहि यशो देहि द्विषो जहि वन्दिताङ्घ्रियुगे देवैर्देवि सौभाग्यदायिनि रूपं देहि जयं देहि यशो देहि द्विषो जहि अचिन्त्यरूपचरिते सर्वशत्रुविनाशिनि रूपं देहि जयं देहि यशो देहि द्विषो जहि देवि भक्तजनोद्दामदत्तानन्दोदयेऽम्बिके रूपं देहि जयं देहि यशो देहि द्विषो जहि प्रचण्डदैत्यदर्पघ्निचण्डिके प्रणताय मे रूपं देहि जयं देहि यशो देहि द्विषो जहि सुरासुरशिरोरत्ननिघृष्टचरणेऽम्बिके रूपं देहि जयं देहि यशो देहि द्विषो जहि इन्द्राणीपतिसद्भावपूजिते परमेश्वरि रूपं देहि जयं देहि यशो देहि द्विषो जहि चतुर्भुजे चतुर्वक्त्रसंस्तुते परमेश्वरि रूपं देहि जयं देहि यशो देहि द्विषो जहि कृष्णेन संस्तुते देवि शश्वद्भक्त्या त्वमम्बिके रूपं देहि जयं देहि यशो देहि द्विषो जहि हिमाचलसुतानाथ संस्तुते परमेश्वरि रूपं देहि जयं देहि यशो देहि द्विषो जहि विद्यावन्तं यशस्वन्तं लक्ष्मीवन्तं जनं कुरु रूपं देहि जयं देहि यशो देहि द्विषो जहि स्तुवद्भ्यो भक्तिपूर्वं त्वां चण्डिके व्याधिनाशिनि रूपं देहि जयं देहि यशो देहि द्विषो जहि न तेभ्यः सर्वदा भक्त्या चण्डिके दुरितापहे रूपं देहि जयं देहि यशो देहि द्विषो जहि चण्डिके सततं ये त्वामर्चयन्तीह भक्तितः रूपं देहि जयं देहि यशो देहि द्विषो जहि देहि सौभाग्यमारोग्यं देहि देवि परं सुखम् रूपं देहि जयं देहि यशो देहि द्विषो जहि विधेहि देवि कल्याणं विधेहि परमां श्रियम् रूपं देहि जयं देहि यशो देहि द्विषो जहि विधेहि द्विषतां नाशं विधेहि बलमुच्चकैः रूपं देहि जयं देहि यशो देहि द्विषो जहि पुत्रान् देहि धनं देहि सर्वकामांश्च देहि मे रूपं देहि जयं देहि यशो देहि द्विषो जहि पत्नीं मनोरमां देहि मनोवृत्तानुसारिणीम् तारिणीं दुर्गसंसारसागरस्य कुलोद्भवाम् इदं स्तोत्रं पठित्वा तु महास्तोत्रं पठेन्नरः स तु सप्तशती संख्यावरमाप्नोति सम्पदाम् इति श्रीमार्कण्डेयपुराणे अर्गलास्तोत्रं सम्पूर्णम्।
நமது இதே எண்ணங்களற்ற தியான நிலையில் 1994 ஸ்ரீ ராஜலக்ஷ்மி பூஜையில் அன்னையாற்றிய சொற்பொழிவை நாம் இப்பொழுது கேட்போம்.
Goddess is Sri Shobha. She's the one who decorates you. She's a mother. She decorates you with ornaments, she decorates you with beautiful clothes. She's your mother. She does it. Like Raja Janaka, he was the king, so he had to wear ornaments, he had to wear beautiful clothes, he had to do everything. And when Nachiketa went to him, he was quite surprised that why my guru has sent him to this king who is wearing all kinds of dresses and this and that. And he also had a big function of dancing and this. He said, he is not a saint. So why my guru touches his feet? He is a king. Of course, Raja Janaka knew what he was thinking about. She said, why have you come here, Nachiketa? He said, I am here to get my self-realization. He said, you can take all my kingdom, but it's not easy to give you self-realization. He said, all right. Whatever you say, I'll do. So he put a big sword on his head and asked him to sleep. He couldn't sleep at all. Then they were having a bath. He said, come and have a bath in the river. People came and told that there's fire and everybody is running away. And Raja Janaka was in his meditative mood. He was just sitting quietly. Nachiketa got a little upset. Then they said the fire is coming here and all these clothes are going to be burnt. So Nachiketa ran out to save his things. But still he was meditating. Then they came out and Nachiketa found that nothing that was burnt was there. It was just an illusion for people. He was amazed. Then he realized what was wrong with him, that he was doubting the divine power itself. The one who was Janaka, who was a king, was not bothered about his own powers. These are what? Because he is today this, you have to do it. Because I am married, I have to wear a Mangalsutra. So, this is for the parampara, for the tradition style. But inside, he was a saint. A very high high level of saintliness. When this thing happens, that you get some position, any power, even in Sahaj Yoga I was surprised. If somebody becomes leader, I don't know what happens to him. It is a myth. There's nothing like leadership in Sahaj Yoga, nothing like that. It's just a myth. But suddenly people jump up. It is ego that gets pampered. But this ego can be easily managed if you worship the Raja Lakshmi. She is the giver of balance. Firstly, she rides on the elephant. It's not easy for a lady to climb on an elephant. I have done it. It's not easy. Without fear. And she sits straight with a complete balanced attitude. And her blessings are tremendous. the first blessing one gets, the imbibement of dignity. Dignity of a king, dignity of a queen. You are a queen. So you can't behave like a street woman. With her blessing, first of all, you get that dignity. That dignity is full of love. Love for others. That personality emits nothing but love and benevolence for others. Nothing else. Wherever she looks, in every glance, she blesses people. She doesn't expect anything. She's a queen. What can you give to the queen? She's the highest of all. In every way, what can you give it to her? All these politicians and all these so-called presidents of all these countries are beggars. All the time, give me this, like greedy people going around are beggars. They are not the people who can rule. Hankering after things. So first thing is the sign is that such a person has a personality that just blesses people, thinks of their benevolence, cares for each and every person who comes. This is a blessing of the goddess. Then the second blessing of the goddess is that you develop a kind of a temperament which is very dignified but also very humorous. And understanding what other people are like. This is a story of a king who was going on a horse and he met a drunkard. So you can say, our drunkard can be compared to our politicians. So the drunkard stopped. Okay. He said, I want to buy your horse. People said, do you know what he is? Yeah, I know, he's a king, all right, so what? I want to buy his horse. He said, all right, not today, tomorrow we'll sell the horse to you. So went away. Next day he was gone. So he came with folded hands, bent down. He said, what? You were the one who was going to buy my house, my horse. What has happened to you? I want to sell it to you. He said, sir, the one who wanted to buy is dead. I am an ordinary person. Such a personality, such solid personality, I should say, that anybody would have been angry, would have said, beat this man, throw him away, he talks to me like this, behaves like this. What the king said was remarkable because he knew he's drunk. He knew he's not in his senses. That's why he stopped. Didn't get angry with him. He said, all right, come along, tomorrow I'll sell you the horse. That's only possible if you have this Raja Lakshmi in you. Otherwise, you would never behave like this. Now what about today's politicians anyway? They even shoot people, they kill people, they arrest them, they put them into trouble. I mean, all kinds of things they do. Such people have no right to call anybody as criminals. But we accept. As in Hindi we say, आजकल का ज़माना ही ऐसा. We accept it. All such people as our rulers. Then Raja Lakshmi is the one who stands on dharma. She stands on dharma. If there is some adharmi, then she will not bless that person. Adharmi is to be taken up. But if he is not, then he will go all out to save that adharmi, that person. But if he finds his adharmi, he will not. It's a kind of a divine discretion he should have as to whom to be kind and whom to be punishing. That divine discretion should be there in a person. Otherwise, you can play into the hands of 10 people who are around you, teaching you something, doing something. One day I was in my mother's place, Nandgaon, and there was one gentleman who impressed our yogi very much. I just kept quiet. He was a big politician. And he told me we have to do like this, we have to do. I said, all right. Then 3-4 professors from the university came to tell me, Mother, if he is a politician, be very careful. He's a very bad man. You be careful about him. I said, what do you know about him? He said, he's a politician. I said, there are so many politicians. But he's not a good man. But what do you mean? I said, now you sit down, I'll tell you. This man has eloped with a wife of a Brahmin. He himself is not a Brahmin. And this child is from him to him. And how much he has deceived people, everything, I know. They were shocked at me. You know, Mother? Of course. I know everything. Then why do you allow him to come close to you? Do you think he's close to me? I said, that's sadly mistaken. But it's nice he's come to me, because he's been troubling people too much, and I'll correct him. While some people thought he was a great achievement we have got, and some of them came to tell me, be careful of this man, without knowing what he was. This kind of a divine discretion has to be there. If a king does not have that divine discretion, then he can punish the good and he may help the bad people. But this divine discretion disappears when you are self-centered. That's the main point, is a complete detachment about the power should be there. Complete detachment. Why should Raja Lakshmi care for anything? What does she care? But now there are some who will pamper a person, this, and that, and then they feel, we are on top of the world. They just pamper, and pamper. The ego of a politician, and he thinks he's a very big man. Then in the election, he doesn't understand why he is on the ground. So with this self-dignity, self-knowledge, you know what you are. Whatever you may tell me, whatever you may say to me, I'll listen, all right. But I don't accept anything as something great. Because if I am that, what is there to be great? Now supposing this is a lamp here. So is it great or not great? It is a lamp. So if I am Adishakti, I am Adishakti, so what? If you are a king, you are a king, so what? I mean, if you are an imposter, then you might feel your ego. But if you are really the king, then you won't feel. If you are under the influence of the goddess, then that is the only thing you enjoy. The rest of it is nothing. Whether you have diamonds or you have silver or you have anything, makes no difference at all. Now, how people misuse the scriptures also one should say. That Raja Lakshmi is sitting on the elephant, all right. So they should have all very big cars, you see. She's sitting on the elephant because elephant is the highest animal. It's very kind, very forgiving, and has such a tremendous memory. That's why she's sitting on an elephant. She's not sitting there to show off, but she's sitting there to see around what is happening. Avalokan, she can see around what is happening, to be at a higher place. That's why a king is made to sit on a higher pedestal. But the purpose is not to show off, but the purpose is that from that state he can see others better. He can be watchful of others. If somebody gets a high position, then they think they are the owners of that position. This has all come because the brain has gone upside down, I think. How can it be logically? Now, if you are, this throne is given, all right. So, with the throne I sit on this. But this throne cannot give me anything. I can give something to this throne. The king has to think he is obliging all these things that he is sitting on them because he is a king. On the contrary, he thinks all these things are important because something is lacking in him or what? And that's why when they come to do Raj, they start gathering things which are useless, absolutely, clutter up their houses, homes, everything, with something that is useless. All their dignity, everything, is itself a decoration on them. And to show that they are kings, of course, they are given a crown, they are given a big necklace, they are to wear something here, because they are kings. But these are not actually his decorations, but these things get decorated by a king. For example, you get some lanky-panky fellow from the street, half-starved, who is a beggar, say for example, and put those ornaments on him and all the dresses of a king. Put him on the stage. Everybody will start laughing. Nobody will think that he's a king by any chance. Because he doesn't have that dignity, he doesn't have that face, he doesn't have that body, he doesn't have that mind, he doesn't have that wisdom. So how is he a king? Like there was one king who tried to make his shoes of pearls. But he was so stupid looking, that when I saw the pearls, I said, this is the man only who can think like this. So stupid to look at. I was sure of these pearls being put on his shoes. So there are many such things these days, all of these stupid people are doing. There are big cartoons coming out, and you can see for yourself how stupidly they live. To me, it's such a difference. Such a difference. To them, all these things are so important, which if they don't have, they'll buy and put it. I know of a gentleman who came with a garland to our program and to our dinner. So I asked him, why are you carrying the garland? See, after all, you see, I was garlanded. So I'm keeping the garland. We didn't know what to do. We Indians will never take a garland, first of all, anybody gives you. They put it, except for the gods. They'll take it out immediately. So another lady who came to see me, and she said, I don't understand these Indians. I bought a garland, I put it in my neck, so they were all laughing on the street at me. Now you Indians understand this. How subtle it is, just see. That you can't put garland, you are not God. You cannot buy a garland and put it in your neck and walk off. Innately you have to be that. So the person who is innately a king has the blessings of the Raja Lakshmi. Then what does she do? What does she do to such a man? What she does is, first, his name is written on the hearts of the people whom he rules. She writes it with her own hand. They adore him. They admire him. And they try to imbibe his qualities within himself. The another blessing of Raja Lakshmi is that she grants a particular type of a body which has a coefficients, which gives vibrations. They may not be very selfish people to make a big advertisement about themselves, talking about themselves, this, that. But the way they are, wherever they are, they show. We had many like these in our times also. Maybe that people didn't accept them, maybe they are nowhere now. Some new Johnnies are looking to be more jumping. But whatever name is written in the heart of the people are the people who are blessed by this Raja Lakshmi. So what a politician has to understand, that he has not to make money. He does not have to have a big show about himself. He does not have to do anything that is like laundering the money from the country. He does not have to kill others who oppose him. He doesn't have to shout at those who trouble them. But what has he to do? He has to remember that I am here for the fame of a good man. He should worry about the fame he will be leaving after his death. He should see to it that his fame is safe. For example, Sri Rama, who was a king of benevolence, no doubt about it. But his own wife, when somebody challenged that she has lived with Ravana and how can she be pure, he knew that she was pure. Still, he decided that he will ask her to go, because to keep the show, to keep the whole image of a king, and he sent her away. But nowadays, you find somebody's brother employed in America, sister employed there, and he has made, his uncle has made a big house, and his wife has accumulated so much money. It's all going on. Everybody will talk like that about that person. That he's just money oriented, he just spends money on nonsensical things and he's just exploiting us. Everybody will talk. But nobody will tell him on the face. So what you have to worry is about absolute correct character. These days, this is another point.
தாயே, எங்களுக்கான சுயம் குருவின் தத்துவத்தை தாங்களே எங்களுக்குள் நிலைநிறுத்த வேண்டும் அம்மா. எங்களுக்கான கண்ணியம், தர்மம் எப்பொழுதும் எங்களின் செயல்பாடுகளில் நிலைத்திருக்கவும் தாங்களே அருள் புரிய வேண்டும் அம்மா. அனைத்தையும் செய்பவர் தாங்களே. நாங்கள் எதுவும் செய்யவில்லை. தாயே, எங்களின் கவனம் எப்பொழுதும் தங்களின் பொற்கமல திருப்பாதங்களில் நிலைத்திருந்து எங்களின் அனுதின வாழ்வை கொண்டு செல்வதற்கு தயவு செய்து அருள் புரியுங்கள். தாயே, எங்களுக்கான இன்றைய இந்த தியானத்தை தந்தமைக்கும் தங்களின் அறிவுரையின் மூலம் நாங்கள் எங்களுக்கான நிலைப்பாட்டை உணர்ந்து கொள்ள செய்தமைக்கும் எங்களின் கொடானு கொடி நன்றிகளை தங்களுடைய பொற்கமல திருப்பாதங்களில் சமர்ப்பிக்கின்றோம். பூரண மந்திரம். ஓம் த்வமேவ சாக்ஷாத் ஸ்ரீ ஆதிசக்தி மாதாஜி ஸ்ரீ நிர்மலா தேவை நமோ நமக. நாம் அனைவரும் அன்னைக்கு நன்றி கூறி வணங்கி குண்டலினி எழுப்பி கூட்டாக பந்தனிட்டுக் கொள்ளலாம்.